Hi everyone, and welcome to Science Storytime. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Ford, and the story we'll be reading is The Sun, 1 in a Million, written by Stacy McNulty, illustrated by Stevie Lewis. Once upon a time, about 4.6 billion years ago, a magnificent and important star was born. And that magnificent and important star was me, your sun with a capital S. Yes, I am a star. Look it up. Stars are massive and luminous balls of gas full of energy, or an outstandingly talented and popular performer. I fit both definitions. The Milky Way galaxy has over 100 billion stars. That makes me 1 in a billion, or 1 in 100 billion. I'm not the biggest, so what? Not the brightest, who cares? Not the oldest, whatever. But I am the most important, at least to you Earthlings. Can you hang out for 8 minutes? That's how long it takes my light to reach Earth. Yep, I give you heat and light. You're welcome. I'm so important that Earthlings should name a special day in my honor. We can call it Oh, wait. Sunday. Ha! I'm famous for my heat and light, but I also hold our entire solar system together. Scientists call it gravity. What can I say? The planets are attracted to me. And because I'm the center of our solar system, life revolves around me. Literally. Look, they all go the same direction. Those other stars are far, far away from Earth, which makes them look teeny tiny and not so important. I'm close, a mere 93 million miles from Earth. To an Earthling, I look like this. But to a Neptunian, I'm 2,795 million miles away, and I look like this. That's if there were Neptunians. There's no known life on Neptune. Technically, I'm a yellow dwarf star, but I'm still a big, big deal. If I were the size of a basketball, Earth would be smaller than a grain of rice. You could fit about 1 million Earths inside of me. But you couldn't fill me with Earths because I'm hot stuff. Compared to a hot summer day that's 90 degrees Fahrenheit, a pizza oven that's 700 degrees Fahrenheit, or the orange-yellow flames in a campfire that are about 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit, I'm about 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit on the surface, which is hot enough that I can melt diamonds. And at my center, I'm 27 million degrees Fahrenheit. Ancient Earthlings thought I circled the Earth. Can you imagine me revolving around Earth? And some might think that I sit in the sky all day and all night, but I got moves, baby. I'm spinning. And because I'm not solid, my middle moves faster than my top and bottom. Don't try this at home. I'm not only important, I'm generous and good looking. Sit back and enjoy the show. Sometimes I like to be mysterious and sneak away for a few minutes. Solar eclipse. But don't worry, I'm just behind the moon. While I'm astronomically bigger than the moon, 400 times wider, the moon is astronomically closer to Earth, almost 400 times closer. My neighbor stars have fancy names. Meet Proxima Centauri, Alpha Centauri A, and Alpha Centauri B. Me, I need just 3 letters. Give me an S. Give me a U. Give me an N. What's that spell? Sun. Sun, sun, he's our star, light and heat from afar. Please note, that's a capital S, I am important. Not to hog the spotlight, but I've still got it. I'm the same hot, bright star I've always been. A stable star is a good star. You don't want your sun getting hotter or cooling off. That would be really messy. So grab your shades. I plan to be in the biz for another 5 billion years. You and me, we've got a bright future together. The end. Well, I hope you enjoyed listening to this story, Sun, 1 in a billion. And maybe you have noticed the sun up there in the sky. I'm sure you have. It's what keeps us warm and gives us light all day long. There's a fun way to experiment with the sun, and all you need is a piece of paper and some sort of writing utensil. I like using a colored pencil, but you could use a pencil or a pen. Even a crayon if you wanted. So what you do with this pencil and paper, and I guess the third thing you'll need, is some object. It could be a toy, something that you're comfortable leaving outside, or somewhere in your house where the sunlight gets in. In the morning, find a spot where the sun is coming through a window or a place outside where you can set down this paper, and you can set your toy, in this case a little dinosaur toy, in the middle of your piece of paper. And then trace the shadow of the object you placed on the paper onto the paper itself, and label the time. Might have an adult help you with this one. If it's 8 o'clock in the morning, write 8 o'clock next to that drawing you've just made. Then wait a little while. Then afternoon, head back to that paper and trace the shadow again. Hopefully, if you've got it set up in the right sort of spot, there'll be a change. The shadow will look different than it did in the morning. That's because the Earth is going around the sun. So where the sun is in the sky for wherever we are on Earth is different because of how the Earth is turning and going around that star. So again, trace the shadow of your object once in the morning, once in the afternoon, and once in the evening, close to when the sun is going to set. And notice the difference. If you have sidewalk chalk, you could also try this out by tracing your own shadow. Standing in the same place in your driveway and having someone trace out your shadow throughout the day can give you a similar result. So once again, thank you for joining me for Storytime, and we look forward to reading the story with you again soon.